Alright, what is up, YouTubers? How's everybody doing? I don't know, golly, it's been a year since I made a video on gold and silver, and I'm like, I love gold and silver. Why am I not talking about gold and silver? This is like my passion right here. I love gold and silver. Gold and silver, yeah, I mean, money is awesome. I love money. Who does not love money? I love money. Okay, so I think we can all agree that we love money. All right, money allows us to live. You know, like it allows us to buy food. It allows us to live in a house. It allows us to put clothes on us, to buy clothes to put on our bodies, and it allows us to to get cars to travel or get to where we got to do. I mean, yeah, money allows us to get stuff that we don't have. So, yeah, who does not love money? I think we can all agree that we all love money. Okay. Now one could argue, well, you could just build your own house, but like, I don't know how to build a house, or well, why don't you just make your own car? I don't know how to make my own car, so. So that's what money, the point of money is to buy things that we don't know how to make or get access to. But, so yeah, it's been a long time since I've made a video about gold and silver. So yeah, and this video is just going to be, it's all about gold and silver, alright? Like one thing that really bothers me when I listen to other videos is like the video is supposed to be about gold and silver, and then they don't talk about gold and silver. I know Peter Schiff is really bad at this. Like, Peter Schiff is awesome. He makes great videos and stuff. He says great things. But it really irks me when a video is supposed to be about gold and silver and he does not talk about gold and silver. Like, he'll talk about it for 5 minutes. So I want everybody to just bask in the ambiance of gold and silver. Enjoy this video and gold and silver and it's all in all its glory. That's all that I'm gonna talk about in here, gold and silver. And you guys are asking for it, and I'm listening to you. Sorry, like I said, always sorry. It's taking me a long time to make videos. It's just I make videos when I can. But okay, so let's get down to it. Yeah, gold and silver are money. I'm going off of bullet points here. Okay, so. Yeah, gold and silver are money. And I think a lot of people, I think on some kind of like a subconscious level, we are all aware of this to some point. But I don't think we are truly aware, like like fully aware, like what gold and silver like are. Like the full extent of it. Like, it's gold and silver are money, okay, and it is money, like, period, okay. Gold and silver are money, and the dollar is not money. We need to get that out of our heads. The dollar is not money. The dollar is not money. The dollar is not money. Gold and silver are money. Gold and silver are money. Gold and silver are money. It's like you can just look like everywhere. You can look everywhere, and it was like, you can look in the Constitution. The Constitution says gold, like you can only use gold and silver to buy stuff. It literally says that in the Constitution. Only gold and silver to buy stuff. You can only use that. So like, only that. And even I don't know too much about the Bible, but I know the Bible talks about gold and silver too. And there's that common saying, that gold is God's money, okay? And like we need to we need to look back into history a little bit. We need to get back into our touch with our roots, and we need to realize that gold and silver are money because it's portable, it's divisible, It's shiny, it's pretty, it's rare. It was the perfect, like, okay, well, people are like, why are gold and silver money? Okay, why is it money? Why can't we just use like something else as money? Okay, well, the thing is, like, what? We can't use, uh, we can't use, like, what? Lima beans. Are we going to use lima beans as money? Well, you can't really use lima beans as money because lima beans, they rot, they spoil, they get nasty, they start to smell bad after a couple weeks, like rotting. They rot. Lima beans rot. Am I gonna use bananas? Am I gonna buy something with bananas? Like, I'll buy a TV from you. I'll buy a TV from you, and I'll give you 1,000 bananas. The guy's gonna be like, I don't want 1,000 bananas. What the heck am I gonna do with 1,000 bananas? I don't want 1,000 bananas. I'm not gonna give you my TV, my brand new high definition television set for 1,000 bananas. No, I don't want them. Take my bananas. No, I don't want your bananas. Take my bananas. And like, I can't even. How am I gonna eat? I can't even eat 1,000 bananas. How am I gonna eat 1,000 bananas? It's gonna spoil, and like by next week, it's gonna be all brown and nasty and mold. In a couple days. And gonna be like flies on it and stuff, and yeah. So you can't really use stuff like that. And like, bartering. It's basically bartering. Okay, I'll give you fish for apples. I don't want your fish. I don't like fish. Fish tastes nasty. So it's like money, or gold and silver, was just the perfect thing for money. All right, it was the perfect way to use money. Like, okay, and then like it's portable and divisible. Okay, like I can put it in my pocket. I'll give you. You don't have to worry about gold and silver rotting. It does not rot. It lasts forever. It cannot rot. You put it in your pocket, take it out your pocket. I'll give you a gold coin for, like, I don't know, a car or something. I'll give you a couple gold coins for a car. You can do that. I'll give you some silver coins for a cow or something. You could do that. It's easy. Oh, here you go. Here's some silver coins. There you go. It was like, people say, there's no point. Oh, it's just shiny and pretty. It doesn't do anything. Its sole purpose, it does do something. It's money. Gold is money. Gold is money. Gold and silver are money. It does do something. So when people talk crap and say, well, it doesn't really do anything. Yes, it does. It's money. I can't stress that hard enough. Like, we've gotten so used to this worthless piece of crap dollar that we forgot what real money is. This is real money. This is real money. A silver bar. This is real money. Yeah, and I had it on me because I was ready to show it to everyone. It was right there ready. Like, look, guys, silver bar. It's pretty. It was ready. It was ready to be shown in the world. So, but yeah, I have to keep saying that over and over so people just understand, because we've all forgotten what real money is. I have forgotten what real money is. We all lost touch. All right? Dollars are not money, okay? Maybe you could say theoretically it could be used as money, maybe theoretically, but where it fails at is that dollars do not maintain their value. That is where the dollar fails, and that's why dollars cannot be money, because dollars lose their value. Okay? I know that a gold coin will always maintain its value. I know it'll always maintain its value. It will not lose its value. We know how much gold is in the ground. We know for every 16 ounces of silver that is in the ground, we know 1 ounce of gold is in the ground, okay? The ancient Egyptians knew this. The Romans knew about this, like imperial or industrial France knew about this. We always knew this. Like, oh, if I dig in the ground, this is how much gold I have. If I dig in the ground, this is how much silver I have. If I dig in the ground, this is how much oil I have. If I dig in the ground, this is how much natural gas I have. So, if I dig in the ground, this is how many bananas I have. Again with the bananas, this is how many bananas I have. Like we measure gold and silver with everything else, and we're like, okay, yeah, this is how much is in the ground, so it's safe to say this is how much there is. So this is what, yeah, it's safe to say that this is rare, this is hard to get. We don't have to worry about it decaying, rotting. It's pretty, it's shiny, it's God's money. This is money, all right? We have no say in the matter. We cannot say this or dictate that. This is God's money. We cannot mess around with God's money. This is his money, all right? So this is just what it is, all right? It is what it is. This is just like the power of forces way greater than we can ever imagine, okay? This is what it is. It's money, all right? Gold and silver and money, all right? So let me see. Okay, they're gonna. I already talked for 10 minutes about that. Okay, so originally, gold was $20. Okay, so originally, if you had like a $20 bill, you could take that $20 American bill to the bank and be like, here's $20, give me an ounce of gold. You could do that before. All right, so I don't know what happened down the line. I don't know if I guess we just got tired of carrying that stuff around, the heavy gold and silver around, so we just wanted something more convenient. I don't know, maybe we got lazy. I don't know. But we were like, okay, we just want to use dollars now instead of gold and silver. So I guess we don't have to carry all that stuff around. It's easier. And so gold, back then, $20 to get a gold coin. But what happened, so now you put the power into human hands, mortal hands, okay? Not a god, but a mortal. And you know what? We fall prey. Humans fall prey to greed, to pleasures, and humans got greedy. So basically what humans did was they printed a bunch of dollars, and now gold and silver gold is supposed to be now, we've printed, because when you have a gold coin and then you have $20, that's what it's supposed to be. But if the government now prints another $20, now you have $40, but you still have that one coin. What does that mean? Does that mean that gold coin is still worth $20 when now you have $40, created? No. So now you have a total of $40 in existence. So now that gold is $40. So now if you want a gold coin, now the $40, the total $40, that's all, let's just theoretical here, all that's in existence right now is just $40. So now that $40, now you need $40 to get the gold coin. Okay? So gold did not lose its value or anything. It did not you can't get 2 gold coins now because you have 2 20s. There's still only that gold coin in existence. So now the $20 that was created out of nothing, it was just created out of thin air, created it into existence. So now it's $40 to get a gold coin. Dollars are not money. Dollars are basically just a receipt to get a gold coin. Okay, so it's like So I'm going to create these $20. It's like an IOU, I guess, like an IOU, or it's a receipt or a coupon or whatever. So I have these $40, and I have these $20. So we agreed that $20 is like, gets like a gold coin. So here's $20. Give me a gold coin. So, but the thing is, we printed so much money now. We printed so much money that gold is supposed to be $30,000 now, and silver is supposed to be about $2,000 an ounce now. 1 ounce of silver, $2,000. 1 ounce, one ounce coin of gold is $30,000. That is what it's supposed to be right now. So whatever you have, whatever silver you have you have like 10 ounces of silver. Multiply that by $2,000. You have $20,000 right now, okay? You have 100 ounces of silver. Multiply that by $2,000. That's how much money that you have right now, okay? That's all the money you should have right now. So you got 1,000 ounces of silver. Multiply that by $2,000. Wait, $2,000. What is that? $2 million? Is that $2 million? I don't have my calculator right now. I don't want to use any calculators or pictures or anything. I just want it to be words, pure words. Alright? Solely focused on gold and silver. So yeah, you have 1,000 ounces of silver. Multiply that by $2,000. That's how much money that you have right now. That's what it's worth right now. But the thing is, though, the bankers... But people are wondering, why is it not that price? You say it's that price, why is it not that price? The bankers are manipulating the price of silver. I don't know if the government is in cahoots with the bankers, but I do know the bankers are manipulating the prices of gold and silver to short the prices of gold and silver. Or they're shorting gold and silver to make the price of gold and silver go down. Why are they doing that? My possible theory is to maintain the illusion that the dollar is still kind of somewhat strong, like has some sort of power left in it. So it's to maintain the illusion that the dollar is not dead, and that the dollar is still worth something. So it's like, see guys, the dollar is not completely worthless. Gold's only like $2,000. You can still get gold with dollars if you want. You could go buy a gold coin if you want with $2,000. It's not completely worthless. It can still buy something. So they're just trying to maintain this illusion that gold and silver are that the dollar is still worth something. It's to keep prices down. Now the thing is, you can only do that and to capitalize that, the government also does not want us to use gold and silver, because this hit me really, like, wow, it just hit me in the face like the other day, and I was just like, I realize now the reason why the government does not want us to go back to gold and silver, because it takes away their power. Like, think about it. Like, America used to be a very rich country. We were so rich. Back then, $20 would get you a gold coin. Back then, dollars were very valuable, and Americans were very wealthy. We had a lot of gold with very few dollars. But the thing is, the government got greedy. Like always, the government got greedy, and they started printing all these dollars to fund whatever the heck they're doing. Their corrupt wars, their political agendas, whatever it is they're doing. They started spending. When you're creating inflation, you are spending the American people's money, okay? The bankers were creating inflation, and they were indirectly spending the American people's money. So you got to think, you made $20 at work, okay? But the government prints $20. So what happens to your $20 if the government prints $20? They are spending your dollars. They're spending your dollars that you worked hard to earn at your job or whatever. So now your $20 is cut in half because they printed 20, you have 20, so now your 20 gets cut in half because they printed dollars. So now your 20 is worth $10. And now the government has $10 for free. The government did not do anything. They did not produce anything. The government did not get a job and go to work and do something, provide something of value to the economy. They didn't do anything. They just printed $20 out of nothing, out of thin air. They don't even do that anymore. They just type numbers on their computer like, oh, I have this much money. I have this much money. They just type it on their computers now. They don't even print dollars anymore. So now they printed $20 and they basically, now your $20 is worth $10. Half. They spent your hard-earned dollars for free. They took your dollars for free. They took it and then they spent it on whatever the heck they wanted to spend it on. Okay? So Americans were very rich back like in the early 1900s. We were very rich, but the government just got corrupt and they started printing all this dollars out of thin air, and they just kept spending all of the American people's money. They just kept spending more and more and more and more. The government is very irresponsible. They're greedy. They are horrible at financial management. They are spending everybody's dollars, and everybody is broke now because of the government. The government spent all of the Americans' hard-earned dollars, okay? And so they spent everything. So now, that's why now you got Americans living on the streets. They're broke. They got no money. You know, they're struggling to pay bills. You know, getting kicked out of their houses. They got no food or whatever, and they're losing their house, their mortgage, their cars or whatever, and they can barely afford to live paycheck to paycheck. It's because it should not be like that in the richest country in the world. The reason why it's like that is because the government spent all of the Americans' dollars, okay? And then, like I said, another double whammy is then they tax you. So whatever you earn at your job, those dollars get taxed. So it's like you're getting screwed over twice. You're getting screwed over in the butt twice, through inflation and through taxes. So they spend your dollars through inflation, and then they take more dollars from you through taxes. So they screw you over twice. And that is why the government, the bankers, the Illuminati, whatever, they don't want you using gold and silver as money, because if you use gold and silver as money, it takes the power away from them. They don't have the power anymore to spend your hard-earned dollars, because they can't print gold, they can't print silver. They're going to print it out of thin air? No, they can't do that. They can't spend your money. Gold and silver. How are they going to? They can't tax you. How are they going to tax you? So you go, what if you bought things with gold and silver? What if you went to your supermarket or whatever, your local grocery store in your town, and you bought groceries with silver? What if you bought a car from your neighbor with gold and silver? What if you gave a couple gold, silver coins to your neighbor to buy a car? Okay? How is the government going to track that? How is the government going to be able to tax that? The government cannot, they don't know that you gave a couple silver coins to your neighbor. They don't know that you made a transaction, that you bought a car in gold and silver. They don't know, so they can't tax you. They cannot tax you. What if you were to buy a house? What if you were to buy a house with gold and silver? What if your neighbor was selling their house, okay? And then you're like, I'll buy your house with some gold and silver coins. And the neighbor's like, okay, I'll give you my house. How can the government track that? Like, there's nothing electronic. There's nothing digital. There was no credit card transaction. There was no check transaction. There was no, like, deals. There was nothing electronic. There's no footprint. There's no tracking. There's no way for the government to track what's going on, to know what's going on. They cannot track you, and that's why they don't want you using gold and silver as money, because the government cannot track you. They don't know what's going on. They don't know what you're buying, okay? They don't know what you're selling, because it's all hand deals. You're hand to hand deals. You know, it's between people directly. It's not through the computer, it's not through the internet, it's not being tracked. They cannot track you. That is why they don't want you using gold and silver, because they cannot inflate gold and silver. They cannot track gold and silver. They cannot. It's going to be really hard. It's a lot harder to tax gold and silver. It's going to be a lot harder to steal from you. It's a lot harder to steal from you. The government, the bankers, the Illuminati, they're all thieves. They are criminals. They are stealing from the American people, and that is why the American people are broke and they have nothing. Because the government and the bankers spent everything. They spent all of the Americans' dollars, whatever, through their corrupt wars, through their corrupt political agendas. Okay? Whatever the heck they're doing. Whew. So, oh God, okay. So, my last statement: gold and silver will go up soon. Okay, the American people will wake up eventually. All right, you already see it happening right now. You see all these shortages happening. It's happening not because of coronavirus. Coronavirus was not even that bad. Like I said, it's like a cold. It's like a common cold. The coronavirus was not that bad. All right, it was just the fall guy. The coronavirus was the fall guy. All right, the real reason why there's shortages of everything. You go to the grocery store, the shelves are empty. There's a shortage of cars right now. You have a hard time buying a car now because all the cars are expensive. The reason why gas went up, the reason why houses are going up, it's because of inflation. It's inflation. We are having shortages of everything because of inflation. People have more dollars, so they're able to buy more stuff artificially, and it's just creating this wacko confusion thing where there's all these shortages and everything, because now everybody just suddenly have all these dollars because of the stimulus checks and the unemployment checks, or all these freaking free dollar handouts from the government, and it's just causing everybody to buy up everything, and it's just making everything go all wacko. So it's inflation, okay? And people, I don't think people are stupid, okay? People will eventually catch on to this. They will eventually catch on to this. They will realize they will realize how much the dollar sucks, and they will like, the prices going up every day, everything going all crazy and wacko. They're going to just be tired of it. People are going to be tired of it. It's so unstable. It's a mess. It's just a disaster. People are going to get tired of it. And they're going to go back to what they always go back to. They will go back to gold and silver to use as money, because they get tired of the dollar just going crazy all over the place. They just need something stable so they can get the stuff that they need to get. And it happened before in 1980. Gold and silver shot up to catch up to all the dollars printed by the government. It happened in 1980. It happened in 1919. Gold and silver just caught up to all the dollars printed, and it happened like the freaking stock market crash too. No, that was a deflationary crash. Yeah, that might have been more of a deflationary, or no, I don't know. We'll just say it happened in 1919, it happened in 1980, okay? Gold and silver, they will catch up to all the dollars printed by the government. It always happens, it always does, okay? And we'll say 1930. Yeah, we can say 1932. I'll just say that too. Because in the 1930, gold caught up to the stock market, and that could be another way of gold catching up to all the dollars printed, because it caught up to the value of the stock market. And the stock market, you could say, is another way of measuring the dollars too, because like the stock market is very overvalued right now because of inflation. People think that the stock market is going up in dollar terms, but it's just an illusion. It's like, oh, they look at it oh yeah, the stock market's going up in dollar terms, it's going up, but it's just an illusion, it's a trick. Like, in reality, in reality, the stock market is actually losing. In terms of real money, the stock market actually lost value. Okay, like it actually lost value. Like the stock market does not get you as much real money as it used to get you. Like in terms of real money, the stock market went down. The stock market's crashing. So, in terms of real money, gold and silver. So I think it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again. Gold and silver are going to catch up to all the dollars printed. And in 1980 it happened. Like gold shot up to 30 or no, not 30,000. Gold shot up to like $800 and then to catch up to all the dollars printed. And then silver is keeping up with gold, and then silver went back to its normal, silver to gold ratio, how like it always is. The healthy normal ratio of gold and silver is 1 to 15, 1 to 16. That's how it's always been throughout history, because that's what was always pulled out of the ground. That is the normal healthy ratio of what it should be according to nature, to what God laid out for Earth. Okay, so for our this existence. So gold's gonna go up to catch up to all the dollars printed, and then silver is gonna catch up to gold. So you're gonna have gold $30,000, and then silver a 1 to 15. It'll go back to its normal 1 to 15 ratio. That's what always happens when everybody gets out of the dollar and goes back into gold and silver for money. And it always happens. Like I said, 1919, 1980. It always happens. Maybe even 1930 possibly, and then it always happens. And it catches up to everything, and yeah, and then that leaves gold $30,000 and silver $2,000 right now. That should happen right now. But when the day finally comes where it does happen, who knows? Gold could be like $50,000, $60,000, and silver could be $4,000. Who knows by that point? Because inflation will be a lot worse. Now, I think this will happen by 2028. Maybe 2027, 2029, because if you look at the Dow Jones to gold ratio, I'm keeping my eye on the Dow to gold ratio. The Dow to gold ratio, so gold caught up to the Dow gold, 1-to-1 ratio. So whatever the stock market was worth, 1 ounce of gold was worth all of that, the entire value of the stock market. And like I said, in 1932, gold caught up to the stock market at a 1-to-1 ratio. So you could buy up the entire stock market, the top 30 companies, Dow Jones 30, with 1 gold coin in 1932. But that was more of a deflationary crash, because we were still technically on the gold standard. So in 1980, I think we have more in common with 1980. 1980 was more of an inflationary crash, and then so we were not on the gold standard. By that point, the dollar was just purely just out in limbo, just out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the stranded in the middle of the ocean in space, just stranded. It was just nothing, in limbo, has nothing. It was, so by that point it was inflationary in 1980, and then that's when we had gold catch up 1-to-1 the Dow Jones, the stock market, 1-to-1, $800, and then silver caught up with gold to a 1 to 15 ratio, and silver went all the way up to like $50. So I think we have more in common with 1980, that it's going to happen again. Inflation has to get really bad. Inflation will get really bad, and then people are just going to get tired of it. They're going to go into gold and silver, and this always seems to happen every 50 years. So 1932 to 1980, that's like 48 years. So I just added 48 to 1980. That would make the year 2028. And you just look at the chart. You can type a Dow to gold ratio, or it'll show you like the chart. It always happens at this certain time in this certain period. It always happens, and it always happens at the exact time. You can look at the points, look at the highs and the lows, plot the points, and predict the points, and it will hit exactly where it hit. The times when gold and silver hit, it always hits at those points, always. So it's crazy. Like, you actually like count the points. So the next point, if all the other points happened at the time that it was supposed to happen, exactly on the exact year it was supposed to happen, literally, then the next point, it has to happen again exactly. Again. Like always. Like before. I don't know how that happens. Maybe it's just nature. Maybe it's just destiny. Or maybe it's just humans are predictable and they behave in predictable ways. I don't know just how it works that way, but that's just how it works. Alright, so it will happen again. I'm going to say 2028 maybe. 2027, 2029, 2030, worst case scenario, it's going to happen. We're very close, guys. We are very close. And I'm even hearing from Ted Butler that there's 1,000 ounce bar shortages. That's a whole nother can of worms right there. So now the big companies like Apple and Samsung cannot even get their 1,000 ounce bars of silver. Like, dude, and now you got Apple and Samsung freaking out because they cannot get their silver. Oh my God, we are so close, guys. Just hang in there. Keep buying more silver. Keep buying more gold if you want to. Just keep buying more. Hang on, we're almost there. Like, we got maybe like 5 to 7 years left. We're almost there, guys. Hang in there. Thank you for watching. Peace out. Have a good one.